What is going on, guys? I'm Bruce Lee and welcome to a brand new MFL video. Season 6 has begun. It starts tonight. We got the first training session. I didn't get any progression from training this morning, which was a little disappointing, but hopefully that'll, we'll progress through the season. We'll get a bit more progression from training. I haven't had much luck with training progression so far in my one season, but I'm hoping that changes. This video is probably going to be a shorter one. I say that before I end up recording a 20-minute video, but it's just going to be a short one. I just want to go over where my teams are at, the projections for the upcoming season before the first games kick off. And obviously, like I said, Season 6 starts today, but it is not too late to get involved in MFL just yet. Late registration is open until Friday, I want to say. I think they do extend it. So you still got a few days to get in, get your club, get started, and get involved in Season 6. Of course, as always, if you are going to get involved, then make sure to use my referral code. It will be a link in the description. Use someone's referral code. As you can see here, one guy here, Alex Jeremy's, he did the referral. He spent $25 in the store. He got a free player. I got a free player. It works out for everybody. It's pretty nice for everybody. So yeah, before I go into anything that happens, I actually have a pack to open, and I'm going to start this video with this pack opening because Ron John does a giveaway on Twitter for people who create content in the MFL community. It's a really cool thing for him to do, and it just promotes people making more content on MFL. And I happen to be one of the winners. I got myself a limited player pack, so we're going to open that right now. Hopefully we get something nice for it. But yeah, just want to give a big shout out to Ron John and all the other people as well that do giveaways on Twitter. Usually it's really cool of you. It shows the community that MFL has. It's really good. So we're going to open this pack now. Let's hope we get a 64 rated 16-year-old. That's probably a bit too much to ask for. But let's see. I'll turn off the sound there. We don't want the sound. And let's see what we get from this absolutely free pack I just won in a giveaway. I hope Ron John's watching. I hope it's something good. Let's see what we've got. So obviously it's going to be a limited player. And we have... he's not a keeper. Sebastian Nieves. Oh, he is Argentinian. He's a centre-back. I've got centre-backs coming. Oh, 61. Don't be short. Don't be short. Don't be short. He's 5'7". However, he's 22, which is pretty good. That is a great age. He's just very short. He can play right wing back and centre mid as well. I will check out what he looks like in those positions later on MFL Player Info. But that is, for a free card, that is pretty nice. I'm happy with that. Sebastian Nieves, another centre-back I've got in my agency. So let's get on with the clubs, and I'll start with Clairvaux, I think. Yeah, I'll start with Clairvaux. We'll go with Clairvaux. Because there has been a big change with Clairvaux. I thought with the team I had in the league I was in before, I would be fairly competitive this season, even though we got a little bit weaker. However, because obviously they need to make sure every league has 11 teams at the now while they wait for late sign-ups and stuff, I imagine they've got to do some sort of shuffle around with the Spark League, and I happen to have been put in Spark League 63, which isn't so bad until you look at the projections here. And yeah, you can see I have been moved to an absolutely stacked division, which is just, yeah, 66s, 64s. This is just best 11. This is probably the best to look at, best 16. And we are, I mean, last season I think our best 16 was 57 or 58. So we haven't actually got that much weaker. But because we've been put into a much stronger league, 64, 63, 61, 61, 60, we're projected here to finish 8th. Now, these things aren't, set in stone. It doesn't mean that's it. Oh, I've got to give up. I'm in a relegation scrap. You can absolutely outperform this projection. It's just a guideline. It's somewhat cool to do before the start of the season. MFLmanager.fr, I think Bastis is the guy that runs it. And it's a really cool thing that everybody gets involved in the community. checking out where they stand, where they look, and like I say, it's not set in stone. Just because this says I'm going to finish 8th doesn't mean I'm going to finish 8th. Last season I was projected to finish 4th. I finished 3rd, which technically I outperformed it. But I think I'm definitely going to have a much tougher season this season. I'm also really glad that I actually got the Kirby license, because all the players I was going to put into this team to get them promoted, if I'd have been moved in here, then I would have had a much harder time because, Stellenbosch, Thundercat, I actually placed Thundercats 2nd. I play UD Alicante tonight, who are fairly even with us, so that should be a good game. But then the game after I play Thundercats. So yeah, I'm not really expecting an amazing start in this team. I'm not expecting anything from this team actually, other than progression. That is what I'm looking for. I'm looking to get the players that I had some game time, get them progression. Not a lot has changed with the squad, other than the fact that I moved Helmut Schaffner down into this squad after I got another centre back in Black Mamba. But other than that, the team pretty much stays the same as it was from the last episode, and still playing a 4-4-2. I'm going to run with that small squad, rotate through everyone, try to get everyone as many games as possible, get as much progression as possible, and hopefully see some of these guys jump up in their overall rating and their attributes. So that is clever, done with. Like I said, they're not my main team anymore. The main team is going to be Black Mamba FC. This is just going to be a progression team, though I am going to try and do well. I'm hoping I get good results. And do well in the league, because then obviously I'll get better MFL. And obviously if we play well, then it's just going to do good for progression. So, Black Mamba MFC, there have been some changes to the squad. And here's another shout out. I just want to, because obviously I love this game and I've been waffling on about it so much to my wife, and now she's interested. And when I told her about the Kirby team, she was especially interested as well, and she didn't want to get her own team, she didn't want to get involved that way, but she said she's going to be a silent partner, so she'd throw some money at me to help me get the Kirby team better. So yeah, shout out to my silent partner, because of her I have actually really managed to strengthen this team a lot. I got a centre back in Ken Devlin, who's 71, 26 years of age, 68 pace, 76 defence, 6'4", who was a nice pickup. I also got Will Barrett as well, 6 foot, 68 pace, 71 defence, 26 years of age as well. Really nice pickup there. So my centre backs are set along with Vlahovic there. In centre defensive midfield, I needed another CDM and a CM. So I picked up Matthias Parodi from Uruguay. He's 23, 64 pace, 71 defense, 67 passing. I think, at the age he's at, I think this is a good guy to pick up. Not exactly cheap, but he was a good guy to pick up, and I think he could do really well at 70 rating. He's like my 4th best player. And then the last one I got was striker, because that's what I was missing, and I picked up this guy. Now, I think because I'm from Yorkshire, then all I read up here is "Hey up." That's all I see. Every time I see him score, it's just "Hey up." But yeah, we got "Hey up" Terkalu from Turkey's 5'10", 69 rated, 24. Again, I went for someone young. 74 pace, 76 shooting, 57 passing, 61 dribbling. He's done really well in my practice games, so I'm looking forward to seeing what he does. He's an absolutely fresh card as well, so his progression could be anything. He could be an absolute superstar. We don't know yet until things start getting rolling. But I've been very happy with this pickup, and he's going to obviously be my main striker. But like I said, with the other club, I'm going to cycle through players and make sure they get as many games as possible, because I'm high on progression this season. I really want to get a lot of these players getting more games than they did last time out in my first season. I think it's something I can definitely do. It's going to be difficult, because it's completely new to me. I had a big squad last season and I just swap out. But this one, it's going to be a new thing for me to try, playing with a lean squad. I don't think it'll be too difficult, but obviously some games are going to be better than others, because I'll have better players in. Here are the projections. I accidentally put it up earlier, but look at this. We are projected 3rd, and this again, another strong league here. It should be pretty competitive here at the top. Not a lot in it between 7th, even 7th, I'd say. 7th, and third. There's not a lot in it. Really not a lot in it between the top three either, top four, top five. Best 16 average, our best 16 average drops a little bit. However, my in-game average, my in-game 11, best 11 average is just, I think it's all the top 11 players. So you could stick 2 goalkeepers in there and get that up. So my in-game 11 actually looks pretty nice because that's 69, almost on the dot. But yeah, my best 11, we dropped down, best 16, we dropped down a little bit. But again, we could still challenge here for promotion, I think, and this isn't set in stone. We could do worse. We could do a lot better than what this is saying. I know there is a team in Spark, which is literally the best team in Spark. It was last season. I think it's Borussia Dortmund. And they've basically got an iron team in Spark. It's like 80 average. So they've basically got an iron team in Spark. They didn't get promoted last season because of mismanagement. And then when they went in the playoffs again, they didn't rotate, so they didn't get promoted from the playoffs, which just seems like such a waste. But yeah, even these guys here, it says they could finish first. But if they mismanage their team, you've still got to manage your team well. And that is exactly what I plan to do this season. The scary thing for me here is Royth Atletico and Cheesesteak. These are my first 2 games of the season. So this could be a really tough start for me, as you can see here. These are the first 2 games I play against the 2 people who are slated to finish above me. So it could be a big marker here. If we lose 2 games here, this could be bad. If we get some results here, this could be great. So yeah, we won't know until the games are actually played. But not the best start, but I guess in a way as well, it's out of the way. I don't have to worry about it. Once these are done, I know I've got a much easier run going forward. Well, I say easy. It's still a competitive league. But once I've got these 2 out of the way, yeah, I've got a bit of an easier run for me. Just hopefully I can get some results. So obviously there's no progression today. Like I said, I did progression for today. Absolutely no movement whatsoever. However, there is something I have decided to do this season. And I bought these 2 18-year-olds off the market. They were $6 each. And I thought I had 370 MFL here. So I decided I would put them in the development center and have a little test here because they're both really low rated. What I did like about them is the multi-positions. Left back, left mid, right back. And this guy can play left back and right back as well. Again, 18 years old. They'll come out when they're 22. They'll spend 4 seasons in here. They'll come out when they're 22. This guy is actually gets a +3 in left mid because of his stats. So he's actually a 45 left mid. And I just thought these 2 would be nice to put them in, see how much progression we get from the development center. And when they're out, to have a look, see if they're either, if I can't use them, if they didn't progress very well, can I sell them on for a profit? Yeah, it's basically just a test to see if the development center can work, because obviously I couldn't test it out last season because I didn't have any MFL. And then with the leftover MFL I had this season, I thought this would be a good idea. And if it's probably something I'm going to do for a couple of seasons. The issues with this, I was thinking about maybe putting an entire 18 players, like buying 18, young players and sticking them all in here and then seeing what happens at the end of it and putting them in just a club on their own and seeing how well they can do, like a youth academy challenge type thing. Obviously, these things take time because in 4 seasons, that's over 6 months. So obviously, this is something I might do in the future. And it'll obviously be a long-term, long-term project, which is what these guys are. And this is the start of that. And I'm hoping to get some good progression out of these guys and either get players for myself that are very versatile. Hopefully, yeah, they can shoot off and I can sell them for a profit or something like that. So yeah, that is pretty much everything for this video. The games are coming tonight. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you guys are looking back. What am I telling you? You're all obviously looking forward to the games. It's been a long off season, it's felt like. Just waiting for the leagues to start again. And it's finally here. So good luck to everyone tonight, except for the teams that I'm playing, obviously. But yeah, good luck. Can't wait to get Season 6 underway. Like I said, if you want to get involved, Season 6, there's still time. You can still late register. You can still get a club. and still get a team ready for this season. And yeah, I'm thinking at some point soon I'm going to do a tactical help video, because tactics don't seem to be something, like, I have a method for creating good tactics, but obviously if I get battered in all my games this week, then I need to work on my own tactics. We'll see. But I'm thinking at some point in the future to do like a tactics help video. I'm no expert, obviously, but if I went through like my process of creating a tactic, maybe it'll help some of the newer players do so. So look out for that in the future, possibly, because that's in my mind as something I may do. But yeah, until next time, guys, thank you very, very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to leave a like, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Peace.